Real life street stars. Hold up, he's back. We had to bring him back early. It's too much nonsense going on, man. We had to bring you back early, bro.
Yeah. Niggas being niggas.
Niggas being
a lot
niggas.
of nigga activity going on.
I mean, on both fronts, because, you know, we get you for the political part, we get you for the nigga part,
right.
And it's been going wild on both fronts. So we know we got to touch it.
It's all, we all over the place.
Yeah.
We living in the last days.
Man, what?
Yeah, I can't wait for Jesus to come back here and tear this shit up. He can't get back here fast enough to deal with these niggas.
Man, is it true that even Muslims think that Jesus is coming back?
No, it is not true that even Muslims think Jesus is coming back. In Islam, they're in terms of Christian theosophy versus Islam, right? We believe that Jesus' proper position is a messenger of God, just like Moses, just like Abraham, just like Isaac. We don't think that he's the begotten son, and we don't believe in the immaculate conception either. We do hold him in the highest of esteem, in the highest regards. We do believe that he's one of Allah's most enlightened men, but we don't look at him like he's the begotten son. We don't view him like he's the begotten son.
Gotcha.
We don't believe, we don't subscribe to the Holy Trinity.
But y'all acknowledge he was here, though.
Yeah, we absolutely acknowledge that he was here. And he tore shit up when he came here. Jesus didn't come to recreate anything. He didn't come to change the law. He came to reinforce the law that already existed. That's what he came to do. And he tore shit up while he was here.
Interesting. Okay. Man, hey, check this out. We gonna touch on that in a second. But Detroit, it's been a lot of things going on, man. First and foremost, congratulations to you. You've been making waves. It feel like it only took you about 6 months and you the hottest thing on the net. First and foremost, how does that feel to be invited on some of the biggest shows and they seek after your opinion now? You know what I'm saying? You've been doing this just like we've been doing this, but the light is on Dawgface right now.
To tell you the truth, I'm living in the moment right now. And so very rarely do I reflect on what's going on with me while it's actually happening. I don't spend any time thinking about today. I focus my energy and my attention on what's happening tomorrow, what I can make happen tomorrow, what I can make happen next week. But to tell you the truth, I would be lying if I said that I didn't appreciate the love that I get because I worked hard to get to this point. I don't think about that all day, every day. You know, when I'm traveling from one place to the next, or when I'm tackling one issue or the next issue, sometimes I have a fleeting thought about it, and I kind of like I pat myself on the back. But it's always like a brief moment when I do that. I'm always focusing on what's going on next. I'm called. You know, I'm not sitting back gloating in this shit, reveling in it, because I'm always calling you saying, "What the fuck we doing? Right. What's next?"
Nah, facts.
Because I can never be. There's always work to be done, and I appreciate that. And heavy is the crown. When you are sought after for your opinion about all things, whether it's politics, religion, entertainment, sport and play, right? You have a burden. You have a burden to always represent yourself and represent the people who believe in you, the people who help you get to where you are. You have a burden, you have a responsibility to live up to the standard that the people who help you get to where you are set. I'm always appreciative. I'm always thinking about the people who believed in me. I'm never really thinking about me. I'm never really kind of like basking in the glory of, or basking in the sun of this shit. You know what I mean? Because you can get jaded like that. Sometimes you can get to the point where you feel you think you're bigger than what you are.
Right. And
so you don't continue to work because you think you're already there. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not already there.
Yeah, that's that Phil Jackson mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, we ain't gonna let you get comfortable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But man, so you know how we do it. You know, we give them the formula, so we're gonna give them the formula. So right out the gate, man, we have Ben 10 versus a man from Detroit named Allstar J. Now, a lot of people like myself was not familiar with his game or whatnot. Can you break down the situation that happened that led up to Ben 10 getting shot at this diner with JR Prince Jr.?
The situation is simple. Ben 10 and Dead End Ron, who's also an NBA member, I'm not gonna say that they took instructions from Jay Prince. I'm not gonna put that burden on him because I don't know, I wasn't there. So I'm gonna try to be as responsible as I possibly can. What it looks like to the naked eye, what it looks like to street niggas, what it looks like to motherfuckers who know how running plays go, it looks like that we know the history. The history is they share a female.
Right.
Junior is currently dating Allstar JR's baby mama. So there's been some tension going back and forth between them for a couple of years and some animosity brewing. Junior says that he came to confessions because it was OG3's, who is the manager of NBA YoungBoy. He kind of like run the whole NBA camp. You know what I'm saying? In the absence of YoungBoy, the second in command is 3. So it's 3's birthday party. Jay Prince said he came there to help him celebrate his birthday party. When he came in, he saw JR. And from that point, just all hell broke loose, right? What I do know is that JR was already there. The whole NBA squad was already there celebrating 3's birthday. Jay Prince came in later. When Jay Prince seen JR, he had to have went to their section and told them that he was there because it was the NBA squad there first. JR came second, and then Junior came in last. So Allstar JR was already there. So if NBA cats had a problem with him, they would have got out on him or tried to get out on him before Junior even got there. We know for a fact that Junior is the one who kind of like snapped his fingers, and them boys jumped and responded like he wanted them to jump and respond.
Now, who is this All-Star J guy? Because, again, allegedly, they got into a fight. He wrestled out the gun, and then he did what he had to do to get up out of there, which led to Ben 10 getting shot, right? Since then, he's been just gloating his ass off online. I mean, who knew he had so much personality? Who is he? For those that don't know.
Well, listen, man, Allstar JR is originally from the east side of Detroit. He was rocking with a West Side rap crew called Allstar Ball Hard. So it was the All-Star Cats and the Ball Hard Cats that combined to form Allstar Ball Hard. That's the camp that Tee Grizzly originally came out of. So Tee Grizzly, All-Star Lee, Poe, Allstar JR, they were all part of the same rap crew. When Tee Grizzly went to prison last time for the smashing rap in Kentucky, when he came home, he went solo, but he was a part of that crew originally. All them guys are street niggas. All them guys will serve you. All them guys will get you together. They will give you your issue. So the city is JR. Up to a couple of years ago, JR was considered to be one of the upper echelon in terms of MCs in the city of Detroit. JR was turned before the Skillet Babies, before the Solid Babies, before the Ice Rare Vezos, before the 42 Dougs. All-Star JR was in the upper echelon of MCs in the city of Detroit. And he was turned long before any of the people who you know now.
Was he known for stepping on shit back in Detroit? Because, goddamn.
He an East Side motherfucker. He a Detroit motherfucker. See,
what does that mean? When a nigga say he an East Side, is that like East Side is the best side?
Nah, so listen. So Detroit is divided in 2 sides.
Yeah.
Maybe 3. Because Southwest Detroit, where Big Meech and them from, that's where you see the largest contingency of Hispanics and Asians and shit like that, for real, right? Yeah. So you have East Side, West Side, and then you have Southwest Detroit. Southwest Detroit is the West Side of Detroit, but Southwest Detroit got a whole different vibe to it. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of the Latinos and Chicanos, a lot of the Hispanics live in Southwest Detroit. So you can go in certain parts of Southwest Detroit, and the street signs and the business signs will be all Latin, all Spanish. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So the East Side is, when you ask anybody from the city of Detroit, the East Siders are generally considered to be the roughest side out of the 2. All of Detroit is fucked up now. You know, when I was coming up, when I first got to Detroit in 1986, it was pronounced. You knew an East Side motherfucker, but just by looking at him. A little bit dusty, a little bit hyper aggressive, a little bit mad as a motherfucker because life done fucked their ass up. West Side was a little bit more smoother than that. And then in terms of attitudes and shit like that, East Side motherfuckers, generally speaking, are more aggressive and more hyper than West Side motherfuckers was. On the outside looking in, they always say that West Side guys grew up with silver spoons in their mouth, and East Side niggas grew up shooting basketballs into milk crates.
Yeah.
Right? But when you really move around the city of Detroit, you understand that that was never really the situation. Both sides of town are fucked up. All you gotta do is just go there and see it for yourself. But JR come from a situation, he originally from the east side of Detroit, and he was down with the west side rap crew, but he been through a lot, man. He just got shot in the face, I think about 3 or 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? He just took a head shot and a couple other shots a couple of years ago. So he ain't never been the kind of motherfucker that was a pushover. He ain't never been the kind of motherfucker that you can just walk up to and say anything to or do anything to. He come from the streets, he been in the streets his whole life. So Detroit is the kind of place where it took Detroit so long to really take advantage of the hip hop game, because most of the motherfuckers in Detroit who were at the top of the rap game, most of them niggas were really street niggas too. Most of them niggas wasn't looking for no deal for real, because they already had street money. They wasn't willing to accept pennies from the record industry because they already had trap money. They already had scam money. It was already in the streets. And on top of that, most Detroit motherfuckers, you can't just do them like you do an artist from somewhere else. You can't just talk to them any kind of way. They ain't finna bow down and let a record executive talk to them any kind of way because of how hard it is to actually live, exist, and grow up in Detroit. By the time motherfucking Detroit get to be 21, bro, he already halfway to the penitentiary. He already halfway to a murder case. He already halfway to doing whatever it takes to survive. So JR come from that cloth. So they made a massive miscalculation by thinking that he was just gonna go, or thinking that they was just gonna handle him anyway. That was a massive miscalculation, as I think we all know right now. We all realize that was a massive miscalculation. He ain't the kind of nigga to get nervous, because he already been through it all. He already been shot. He already been in the streets. He already been on every level you could think of street shit. He already been there. It was a miscalculation on them boys' part to assume that they was just gonna be able to do what they wanted to do. And if you was gonna play it like that, you're supposed to just do what you was gonna do.
That's crazy, bro. So you got academics hit you up, right?
Right.
And you got to speak to him about the situation.
Right.
Now, during the situation, you kind of went at NBA Youngboy. It was FNBA Youngboy.
Yeah.
Why did he get the FNBA Youngboy? I'm just curious. Like, what did he have to do with the situation?
That's his camp. So listen, all things fall on the leaders, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the leadership has to take responsibility and has to take a culpability for what the people under them do. Right. Now, was he there? No, he wasn't there. Did he have anything to do with it first on the front line? No. So I blamed him because that's his crew, but the person who I really blame is OG3. OG3, he allowed people up under his direction, because Youngboy's somewhere in Norway and Finland some motherfucking where, right? So in his absence, he's not even in the country. So in his absence, OG3, you second in command. You the manager, you run the label, you run all things NBA. So for you to allow your members to walk into a situation to where they trying to get out of the motherfucker for some shit that has nothing to do with the NBA camp, nothing to do with NBA politics, nothing to do with the day-to-day operations of what happens with your camp, that shit was the craziest, most retarded, slowest shit in the world. If there is some responsibility that should be laid at somebody's feet, it has to be laid at his feet, because they follow your instruction. I've been hearing people say, man, you can't control Ben 10, young boyfriend, he gonna do what he wanna do. But listen, my nigga, when you look at the video, let's just examine the video. It was multiple motherfuckers trying to jump on one person. That shit ain't gangster. And if I don't have a problem, and if NBA don't have a problem with this guy, right? Why am I putting my soldiers at risk? Not knowing so first of all, he didn't have a gun, but what if he did? What if he would just start shooting right off bail? What if 5 or 6 people would have been shot versus 2? It would have all fell on him. And then it's your birthday party, you got your family there, your mama was there. That was his mama pulling him back from the fight. OG3 jumped into the fight too and tried to get out on the nigga too. That was his mama who pulled him back out of the fight. So your mama had the presence of mind to understand that you can't allow yourself to be put in a situation like that because of who you are or who you represent. Y'all following behind Junior, that's the craziest shit in the world. My nigga, A3, you manage the #1 rapper in the world. You manage the hottest MC in the world. And so the first thing you should have been thinking about, and the only thing you should have been thinking about, is how what's going to happen or how what's happening could affect what we got going on with Young Boy. That's your responsibility. Your responsibility is to NBA. Your responsibility is not to run behind what the fuck Jay Prince doing. Your responsibility is not to run behind what Mob Ties is doing. It's not to run behind what Senior is talking about. Your responsibility is to your camp, to the artists you represent. You dropped the ball on that. So them 2 boys in the hospital right now, right? You're responsible for that, 3. It's all on you. And your mama pulling you back. Your mama is, you supposed to be a street nigga. Your mama had the presence of mind to pull you out of the melee. When you click that video, that's his mama grabbing him by your shirt, telling him to bring your stupid ass on, bro. Your mama know that shit a bad look and you don't? And you represent the #1 artist in the whole fucking world in terms of hip hop? That's some ridiculous shit.
Now, let me ask you this. Allstar J, again, rightfully so. He made it out that situation.
Mm-hmm.
He's trolling. Do you think he took it too far?
I don't even call it trolling.
Do you think
you can't call it trolling? You know why?
What do you call it?
So listen. You can't call it trolling. Trolling is what you see Charleston White do in some respects. Trolling is what you see 6ix9ine do. Trolling is not when a motherfucker try to get down on me, when I'm fighting for my life, when I got 7, 8 motherfuckers trying to ride on me, trying to fuck me over in every way they can, and I come from about that shit, and I make it out that shit. That's not trolling. You can talk about your experience. Trolling is kind of like gossiping about shit that you weren't really there for.
Right.
You're just giving your opinion about it, and you talking shit about a motherfucker. Trolling is what Charleston White did to the baby because the baby walked past the guy who tried to give him a painting. Right? You can't call what he doing trolling because he was actually a part of the situation. So What he's saying is just what he's saying. That's not trolling because he has a real life experience. He was there. He was a part of it. So him talking about it, that's not trolling. That's just him talking about what he went through. It's a difference.
So he has the Ben 10 challenge where you lay on the ground and you kind of act like you're getting shot up.
Uh-huh.
Do you think he took it too far with that?
No, because if the shoe was on the other foot, they would have served him the same way. What do you think would have happened if they would have beat him and lumped him up, snatched his jewelry off of him and kicked him in his ass? You don't think they would have said something about it? You don't think, in the world we live in now, where rappers and motherfuckers associated with rappers, they always put everything online. You don't think if they hung that boy up by his feet off the balcony like Big Red from 5 Heartbeats, you don't think they would have took pictures and put it online?
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, to the victor goes the spoils. He won. It's as simple as that. So whatever he say about it, he has the right to say whatever he wants to say about it because he was the one who they was trying to play out of pocket. It wasn't no one-on-one situation. Ben 10 didn't just run up on him by himself. They mobbed him. How you gonna mob a nigga, drop your motherfucking weapon, don't know you dropped your weapon, let him grab your weapon, there's 8 of y'all, and let a nigga blam you down to the ground? Bro, he can talk about that shit until he's 50 because that shit goes down in the history of the stupidest shit in the world. You can't name something in the last, and you're a historian. You are a knower of this kind of shit. Name a situation of beef in hip hop when you look at it even now.
Yeah.
Name a situation that was more slower than this shit right here. It don't get no more slower than y'all trying to mob a nigga. And then you drop your pistol and he shoot you goofy ass nigga with your own pistol.
Yeah, that was the time.
So you said gloating. Yeah, it is gloating, but it ain't trolling. I can gloat about you niggas trying to get down on me. And I came out that shit shining like a brand new penny. Is it something that we wish wouldn't have happened? Yeah, of course we wish it wouldn't have happened, but it's nobody's fault but their own. Baton Rouge, y'all got to accept this shit with a grain of salt because the first question, see, niggas is stupid. Niggas always grabbing the lion by the head or grabbing it by the tail versus grabbing it by the head. If you grab the situation by the head and then you look at how this shit happened, I said something about Young Boy. When this shit hit the press, right? The first thing Young Boy should ask OG3 is, how did this happen? I know what happened. I'm looking at the news reports. I'm in fucking Norway. I'm in Finland somewhere, right? How did this happen? You my second in charge. How did this shit happen? And when he told him, well, shit, man, we don't even know this nigga for real, for real. We did that shit because he had a problem with Junior. I know, young boy is slow as a motherfucker, but he ain't stupid. He a slow down ass nigga. You hear me? He a motherfucking, what's the chopper screw nigga from Houston?
Which one?
Mike. What's his name?
Mike Jones?
What's the legendary motherfucker just passed away?
DJ Screw. Oh, Michael Watts.
Michael Watts and DJ Screw, right?
Yeah, DJ Screw.
Young boy a throw ass, slow down ass nigga, but he ain't stupid. He been through too much shit. The first thing he had to ask 3 is, how did this happen? And what do we have to do with this shit? And what you think 3's response was? Oh, we don't know him at all. We don't have no history with him at all. We've never had a run-in with him at all. That was Junior's situation. That was him and Junior was fucking the same bitch. So you telling me my best friend, you in charge, you weren't supposed to have the cool head. My best friend, a motherfucker who I look out and take care of right now to this day, is damn near dead, in a wheelchair, paralyzed, because of something that has something to do with a motherfucker who I don't even have an understanding with. Because don't forget, young boy just went at Senior. He just went at Rap a Lot. He went at Mob Ties when that whole extortion play went down with the car.
Right.
When Senior called him, told you, I got your keys, I got the shit was in your car, right? You don't see young boy. That's why everybody was so surprised. Well, we thought that Mob Ties, we thought the NBA wasn't fucking with Mob Ties. But underneath the surface, 3, the whole NBA crew who live and operate in Houston, they have a relationship with Junior. But the general public didn't know that. So when it first hit, niggas was confused because the general public was like, man, young boy don't fuck with Prince, the Prince family at all, because of the whole little car extortion thing that he tried to play on them niggas, right?
Right.
So niggas was surprised. You were surprised. You were surprised that he was with them niggas.
So let me ask you this, because today, right, NBA YoungBoy's mom went at you, right? Called you out by name. Mm-hmm. When something like that starts happening, that's like going overly viral at that point.
Yeah.
Do you yourself ever feel like, all right, damn, this shit getting out of hand? Like just the commentary, I might have to watch my back for some NBA niggas, or it just is what it is. Like, how do you feel about it?
No, I don't have no trepidation whatsoever. I don't have no fear or no concern whatsoever. No motherfucking NBA. My nigga, I'm from Michigan. I'm from Detroit. I'm from Pontiac. I'm from the land where niggas get busy for no reason. So when it comes to NBA, nigga, Baton Rouge is Baton Rouge, but Detroit is Detroit. You don't get to spend as much time as I spent in Detroit. You don't get to live in that environment. Detroit will make a nun turn to a gangster. Detroit, even our pastors and our bishops and our reverends are gangster ass niggas. That nigga, what? I don't give a fuck about them. The whole thing is, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a podcaster. If something hits the airwaves, then I have a right to talk about it. I have a right to give my opinion about it. If a motherfucker don't like it, hey, how about you avoid the situations that put you in the spotlight, that allow people to have an opinion about what the fuck you did or didn't do in any given situation? How about you avoid doing stupid shit? If you avoid doing stupid shit, then you avoid the headlines. I really think that these niggas do stupid shit on purpose because they want people to talk about them. Because in the world we're living in now, good publicity, bad publicity, all the same shit.
All right, man. Let me switch it up, right?
But his mama,
yeah,
I enjoyed that though, man.
Yeah, you can't go at the mama.
I did.
You did?
Man,
you went at the mama, nigga?
Listen, man.
What was you doing when this nigga went at the mama?
Hey, listen.
Come on, bro. Sherrod, what did he say? I need Sherrod.
No, listen. So listen.
Come on, bro. Not Sherrod.
Listen. There's nobody who's been more critical of NBA YoungBoy than his mama. All you gotta do is type in NBA YoungBoy Mama Sharonda versus him. And it's gonna start to populate for you. There's nobody who's been more critical of NBA YoungBoy than his mama. See, what happens is that when it comes to these hip hop parents and shit, as long as the rappers who have all the money and all the fame and all the influence, as long as they're doing what their parents and family members want them to do, they cool. But as soon as a motherfucker can't get what they want out of the motherfucker, they start crying and complaining. And a lot of times it's not because the artists don't want to look out for the parent or the family member. It be because the parent or the family member be doing so much whole ass shit and they be moving in a direction that's contrary to the direction that the artist wants to go in. So NBA young boy mama need to shut her motherfucking ass up and go sit down some motherfucking where. Because like I said, I don't think I was really too critical on her because all I said was you look just like me, bitch. Me and you twins. You look just like me. And the reason why I said something about her is because she tried to defend Ben 10's mama. Ben 10, mama, whatever your name is, pay attention to what I'm about to say. Of course you don't want to see anything happen to your son, no matter what he's accused of doing. No matter what he found himself in, you pray for your baby. But at the same time, when y'all taking that shit public, y'all trying to draw some motherfucking sentiment from the public. Y'all trying to draw some motherfucking some sympathy for the public. The public don't have no motherfucking sympathy for your little demon seed ass motherfucking spawns of fucking Satan that you niggas created down there in Baton Rouge, and y'all let these niggas loose in the world. These niggas is straight from the motherfucking Scary Movie. When you see these niggas coming, if you was in the club and you saw all NBA members over there, you know it's a problem. You know all these niggas ain't none of these niggas went past the 3rd grade. They ain't even got the mental capacity to make a proper decision because all these niggas slow and retarded as a motherfucker. When you hear about NBA, you don't hear nothing positive. You don't hear nothing past some dumb, goofy ass shit. You found yourself shot up. Your son got his ass shot because your son was popping like a gangster. He went into a battle not understanding who he was dealing with, and nigga, it was his gun. You got shot with your own gun.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Baton Rouge versus Detroit, that sound like just hell on earth, nigga. Them two of the craziest niggas I know.
Yeah, it will be.
That's a horrible, bro. That's a horrible, man. I don't want to see that, bro.
Hey,
we don't need to see that, dog.
Hey, listen. So
Detroit versus fucking Baton Rouge.
So Baton Rouge is mad, angry, and upset, and aggravated because a motherfucker who got jumped by 6, 7 motherfuckers found his way or worked his way out of that situation. Because if they would have won, they would have been gloating. They'd have been talking shit. They'd have been trying to hoe him. They'd have been trolling him. If they would have came out on top of that situation. They're mad because a motherfucker shot. But if you a real nigga, I don't give a fuck where you from. If you a real nigga, once it's explained to you what happened, first of all, what was y'all problem with Allstar JR? We don't have one. So shouldn't that be the narrative? Hey,
it man, Detroit don't got a problem with Baton Rouge. But we just got a problem with a few niggas.
Yeah, but watch this, right? Like, we don't have to explain that shit to you niggas. You niggas should be asking the NBA members. Y'all have embarrassed us. What happened? Listen, OG3 and everybody else who was there, that's who owed Baton Rouge some understanding. That's who owned the whole state of motherfucking Louisiana some understanding. It ain't Detroit don't owe no motherfucking Baton Rouge and nobody else no explanation. Y'all know what happened. If y'all mad at somebody, y'all should be mad at the members from y'all community who put themselves in a situation fighting over a bitch, arguing over a bitch, and get themselves smoked down to the ground about a bitch they probably ain't never even met. If they have met her, they don't even know her. So y'all got 2 members sitting in the hospital, paralyzed, fighting for their motherfucking life, fighting to live some type of good quality of life from this point forward, all because of some shit that had nothing to do with y'all? What happened to a mother? See, that's why niggas, supposed to say niggas is slow and retarded and stupid. If you mad at a motherfucker, you should be mad at the motherfuckers who put y'all in a predicament to where motherfuckers is questioning y'all. Ain't nobody questioning Baton Rouge gangster, bro. Ain't nobody questioning that them niggas get busy. We know they get busy. But the whole point, if you want motherfuckers from Detroit to feel sympathy for y'all, ask yourself, when have niggas from Baton Rouge ever felt sympathy for anybody who they got down on? It's y'all turn to wear a dunce hat. It was Atlanta's turn with Young Thug and the rest of that goofy ass shit down in Atlanta, right? Now it's y'all turn. The whole motherfucking thing gets switched. If it wasn't for Gucci, man, if it wasn't for Gucci stupid ass, then Baton Rouge y'all would be, but Gucci's shit is still a major violation. Yeah. So he's still here.
Man,
so
let's get to the Gucci, man.
Okay,
we here now.
Okay.
Hold on, let me set the tape. All right, so boom. So Gucci Man has a situation with Pooh Shiesty here in Dallas. We covered it. Go check out the last Dawgface interview. Now, what we did not see coming, we heard rumblings of RD in the paperwork. Did he tell? Did he not? He just flat out jumped out the window and did a diss track over a Zaytoven beat. And I think what he was going for was the truth type of, remember when he did the truth versus Jeezy? I think he was kind of going for that vibe, but it backfired.
Yeah.
Explain from your perspective, was he in violation for doing that?
So first of all this shit, so let's just make sure we clarify something, right? Because this whole concept of who is and who isn't a civilian, after they have engaged in street shit for 45,000 fucking years. Hey, listen, bro. I have a form, and I'm gonna give it to you so we can start to distribute this shit. It is called the street nigga renunciation form. If you were a street nigga and you no longer want to be subject to street rules, that's cool. That's cool. But you gotta sign up. You gotta sign this motherfucking form.
Is it a fee that comes with this? Is it a fee that comes with the application?
No fee. Because hey, listen, if you don't want to partake in the nigga shit, cool. If you was once living the street life, you done sold dope, you done robbed, right? You done did all kind of shit, and you don't want to participate in that shit, and you don't want to be judged according to the street rules and the principles that supposed to support and undergird all the shit that happens in the street, you ain't got to partake in that shit, but you got to make it known. You can't wait till gangster shit happen and then decide you want to not play by the rules. Because that's what we got going on here. What we got going on here is niggas are finding themselves in predicaments where they have a decision to make about whether they want to talk or not talk, whether they want to keep it gangster or not keep it gangster. And oftentimes, as we now see, these niggas ain't keeping the gangster. They ain't been keeping the gangster. So niggas want to go the civilian route when they didn't broke bad. No, nigga, you got to sign this motherfucking application first. It's called a re-entry application. I want to go back to being a civilian. You gotta say that out your mouth first, so that we don't expect your bitch ass to stand on the principles and the morals and the code of conduct that makes up the shit that we call the streets. Is the streets some stupid shit? Yes. Are we supposed to be participating in that shit? No. Was the streets made for niggas to sell dope and rob and steal and kill forever? No. But it is what it is what it is. And you can't wait until it's your turn and then you decide to be a bitch about it and then turn around and claim that civilian shit. Gucci Man can never be a civilian. You know why? Because he been hollering about smoking on Pookie Low. Listen, niggas criticize Chicago for putting niggas in op packs and smoking them. But if you think about it, Gucci Man was like the first motherfucker in the history of hip hop that really talk about smoking on Pookie Low and putting his ops in packs and smoking them.
Yeah.
He can never be a civilian because he built his whole career off of all the gangster. He didn't build his career off lyricism. Don't no nigga in their right mind listen to Gucci Man for no lyrical motherfucking acrobatics. Niggas listen to Gucci for thugging on wax. He can never be, listen, he just did the verses 2-3 years ago. And the first thing he said to Jeezy for the show even got started is, yeah, go dig your man up. So if you're gonna talk like that, you could never claim to be no motherfucking civilian. Now, I don't wanna hear that he an executive shit because he knew what he was dealing with when he signed them young wild ass niggas.
But let me ask you this. Okay, I was gonna say, because they did say he cooperated, quote unquote, right?
Yeah, no. There would be no case if it wasn't for his statements.
But could some of that be, hey man, I can't just let you hold me out of this contract and I'm not finna testify on the stand or no shit like that. Like, is it any way out of this? Like I'm just trying to see it from Gucci's perspective. Like, if you was in that scenario and that shit happened to you, how do you play it when you ain't finna let $50 million walk out the building?
Is he supposed to crash out? No. Is he supposed to go get a squad of motherfuckers and come back to Dallas or go to Memphis and start shooting and killing motherfuckers? No. Based on what he been through, he'd be idiotic to do some shit like that. That shit would be the slowest. That shit would be more slower than the shit that Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 RQs are doing, right? That shit would be more slower than that. But at the same time, he's supposed to get with his lawyer and get with his people and strategize what he's supposed to do. He didn't even wait. We now know that he provided statements right off the bail. It wasn't like he had a decision to make and made the decision 2-3 weeks later. He made the decision that day and the next day to fully cooperate. And when he was doing it, you don't think that he felt some type of way in his own heart? You don't think that he knew or felt like a hoe when he was cooperating? You don't think he felt like a hoe? As tough as he has been in the media, as tough as he's been on these motherfucking rap records, you don't think when he was in that motherfucking interrogation room, because he was in the interrogation room, I can't wait to hear that motherfucking interrogation room tape.
But see, but don't you like that he owned it? Nigga, he jumped out the window and there, nigga.
Owned it. Listen.
That nigga owned it.
Hey, listen. Never before in the history, in the annals of hip hop, have a motherfucker broke bad like that and then decided to go make a rap record acknowledging.
I'm a double down on snitching.
And then he did it on the Zaytoven beat.
On the Zaytoven?
On the Zay beat. I want to know what was Zaytoven doing because you know he engineered that session.
No, I heard that it was on
They
the
lying. Them niggas lying. That nigga lying. Zay ain't gave that nigga no motherfucking beat pack. He just chose. Gucci Man don't go through beat packs, bro. Yo, they telling the motherfucker lie. You know they lying? They lying because they don't want to be attached to the overall song creation process. Zaytoven ain't sent that nigga no beat pack.
Okay, but here's the thing, bro. I think we gotta start keeping it real about a little bit of shit.
Yeah, let's do it.
Niggas that snitch, that ain't the end of the world at this point.
It's not. Hell no.
Niggas is like, hey, this is still my partner, bro. You can tell that's what's going on, and it's probably been going on. So Zaytoven is a man of God. He don't give a damn about snitching. He probably, you know what I'm saying? He's probably on the side of calling the police.
Hey, but listen.
So why would it hurt his legacy if he's already a civilian?
Well, it doesn't hurt Zay's legacy because nobody expects Zay to be anything other than Zay.
Right.
I've met Zay a million times. So he is exactly what he purports himself to be. Right. He's a motherfucker who stay out of all that gangster shit. But the whole point is, the historical nature is that arguably Gucci Man made his legend on Zay beats.
Right.
Why would you put him in a predicament? You know you finna do some shit that's historically wrong. You know this song here is bigger than So Icy. The impact of this motherfucker Crash Dummies is bigger than So Icy because what it means to the world of hip hop, what it means to the culture. It's a culture shift. Right. Because he did own it. You got to be able to appreciate that. He ain't saying he ain't arguing with a nigga. You ain't got to argue about it. I did it, and I did it because, hey, I'm wearing my professional hat right now.
Right.
Now he owned it. So for that, I have to, because he ain't trying to lie about it. You hear me? Yeah. When it first happened, they tried to cover it up by putting up that motherfucking thing and him holding that little shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying like it wasn't gonna happen. And that's how we thought that he was gonna keep it G. Ain't none of this shit that he did is G though. Right? So it just is what it is. His legacy, I think his legacy has already taken a beating because of the relationship that he has with his wife, how she planning. Gucci Man is a clone, bro. That's not the same Gucci that we know from 20 years ago. Gucci Man he's on psychotropic medication, and his wife is using him and maneuver. She didn't put that voodoo pussy on him. That's what didn't happen. This ain't the same Gucci Man. So it's a combination of psychotropic medication and a bitch from the islands who know voodoo. She didn't voodoo that man.
But here's what I don't understand, Dawgface, bro. If I've been a real nigga for 44 years, bro, I can't be a fake nigga for one. What? I can't just do some flaw. I can't do one flaw shit at 45.
Hey, listen.
I gotta be a real nigga too.
You gotta be a real nigga to the day you motherfucking die. There has to be a reasonable, and listen, if you do something that appears to go against the code of the street, and listen, you don't want to be judged by the same code that you judge somebody else by. Listen, bro. So listen. Oh, y'all being immature. Y'all not looking at the bigger picture. He's an executive. He didn't go there for that. He went there to handle business. Hey, listen. But you can bet your ass, if it was somebody else, raise your hand. If you think, if that happened to somebody else, and that somebody else would have did, if Jeezy that would have happened to Jeezy, and Jeezy would have got robbed and stripped and beat like that, what do you think Gucci Man would have said about it? What kind of tweets would have went out about that? So the hypocritical thing is not how people looking at it. The hypocritical thing is that you built your entire career off of thugging, off of destruction, off of trolling. The first rap troll, that nigga was the first rap troll from down south. He trolled the fuck out of everybody who went against the code of the street. So you can't be mad when a motherfucker holds you to the same standard that you once supported all the way up until it wasn't advantageous to you. You can't be mad about that. That ain't how that go. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And you can't, the pot can't call the kettle black. If it was Jeezy got caught down like that, do you think that Gucci Man wouldn't have tweeted, subtweeted, or Instagrammed something about how, yeah, he been a bitch ass nigga the whole time? I'm not surprised that Gucci broke bad. You know why? Because he broke bad when that shit happened with the Pookie Loke shit. He had to say what happened because he blamed the motherfucker. But outside of him blaming Pookie Loke for the so-called robbery thing, don't forget it was Gucci Man who pointed the finger at Jeezy and said that Jeezy had the motive.
But that's my point. He did this in the truth. So I don't understand why niggas is acting like it's different. This is the part of the game.
It's not different. For people who really understand what's going on in the world of hip hop, right?
Yeah.
Listen, real men don't look up to no motherfucking rapper about nothing. Real men, motherfuckers who are of psychological substance and intelligence, nobody don't look up to this shit. But it's not about
Dawgface. Niggas looked up to
no,
Gucci
no,
Man.
not no.
A lot of niggas.
Street niggas. Listen, let me back down. Let me back down.
He was the one that niggas didn't question, bro. This is the one.
No,
that,
I think
niggas ain't. I never really heard niggas question.
Listen, motherfuckers know that he told on Jeezy, bro.
Who?
But niggas just listen.
Niggas never said
And
that.
listen, niggas never said it because of the power and influence he had.
See,
but if you talk to motherfuckers in the right circles, they've been saying that he been flawed ever since that whole Pookie Loke shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just that sometimes the motherfucker star, the star of who a person is, the perception of who a motherfucker is, it overshadows flaw shit that he does or that they do.
Yeah.
So that is true.
Man.
So the whole thing is like, man, ain't nobody glorifying that shit. But at the same time, you glorified it. You stood on it and you used the same principles that you're being judged by right now to condemn other people. So you got to eat that shit.
Man, come on. Hey, Dawgface, real quick, bro. We gonna have Dawgface rewrite the rules of the streets right now.
Yeah,
because the shit's all fucked up.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it, bro. Give us your 5 street commandments, bro.
Bro, the number one is be true to yourself. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. That's where all this shit stops. That's the Mount Rushmore of street shit. It all starts with don't put yourself in a predicament. Know who you are, understand who you are, and understand your limitations. And then use that understanding to guide yourself through different shit that you may find yourself in when you operate in the streets. That's the only principle. Be true to yourself. That's it. When you be true to yourself, everything else will fall in line. If you know you ain't cut like that, don't put yourself in a predicament. Niggas acting like they're being forced in these predicaments. No, you're not being forced into a motherfucking thing. And there are circumstances and there are things that you should have been able to do to read into the possibility of what was taking place. Niggas always complain about what happens or try to justify what happens after it happens. Know who you are, be true to yourself, and don't put yourself in shit like what they said, boys in the hood.
Yeah.
When dogs said, man, let me out. I ain't with all that, bro. Up to this point, right? But up to this point, I'm in the back of this car. Y'all asking me to do some shit I know in my heart that I can't do and I can't live with it. Let me out. So motherfuckers not being real and they ain't being true. Motherfuckers are actors and they're allowing themselves to be influenced. Be true to yourself, understand your limitations, and don't allow yourself to be misled into something out of fear or out of peer pressure that you're gonna be condemned if you don't do it. I'd rather nigga condemn me for not doing some shit in the streets than I find myself in the courtroom having to fight for my motherfucking life. I would rather that be the case.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You got the TikTok turned up, bro. You got this bitch turned up, man. They ain't here going left and right. Let me ask you this. I asked Lil Kiki the same question, right? What does maturity look like for niggas that are street niggas that turn 50, that turn 40? Like, they gotta be street their entire life? Like, they can't finally just get them a woman to settle down?
No, they don't. So listen, maturity for somebody who is of age, for a motherfucker who in their golden years of street shit, what maturity looks like is hopefully, and this is all, we can so there are factors, there are conditions that have to take place. Hopefully, as a street nigga, by the time you get in your 40s and 50s, hopefully you've been through enough. Because just because a motherfucker old don't mean that the motherfucker is mature. The biggest mistake that niggas can make when you judging all this shit is by assuming, oh, you 50, you gotta know better. No, hence the term old fool. There ain't no fool like an old fool. There's plenty of motherfuckers who done made it to their 30s, 40s, and 50s who stupid as a motherfucker, dumb as a box of rocks. And they got to be that way, not because they're OGs. They got to be that way because they done ratted, cowarded their way to be in that age. They done told on niggas, they did whole shit for 30, 40. It's plenty of niggas. Listen, it's more niggas in the hood than have been some coward hoe ass niggas that made it to be 40, 50 years old than there are niggas who've been on some stand-up gangster shit. It's more of that than anything else. So what maturity what it should look like is based on my life experiences, based on getting locked up, going to the youth homes, going to the jails, going to penitentiary. Hopefully, I should have learned if I'm fortunate enough, because a lot of motherfuckers end up getting their motherfucking head knocked to the side, or they end up staying in the penitentiary 30, 40, 50 years, right? Hopefully, if I made it to 35, 40, bro, listen, if you can make it to 35 in the hood and not get shot and not been in prison 2 or 3 times, you doing well. So what maturity should look like is based on my life experiences, I've been able to take from what I've been through, I've been able to take from the things that I've been subjected to, and I've been able to look at that and then formulate a different course of action for my life because I understand, because I lived through it. I understand that shit is not it. And I've given up enough of my life. Like when it comes to me, I've given half my life to the penitentiary, jails, and youth homes. I've given half of my life. I just passed the point to where I've been free more than I've been incarcerated in my life. I spent 17 years in the penitentiary, straight, right? I spent 5 or 6 years in the motherfucking youth home. I started getting locked up at 12 years old. So from 12 to motherfucking 19, I think I was locked up 6.5, 7 years. So you add, let's say 6 years, 12 to 19, that's 7 years, 5.5, 6 years that I spent in the youth home. So let's say 5 years plus motherfucking 17 years. Not even including kind of jail time. That's half my motherfucking life. So now I look back at all the shit I went through and I try to make wiser decisions than I made when I was younger. I'm fortunate enough to still be living, to be able to talk about it, be able to laugh about it. So when I move throughout my life, there's a lot of shit that I want to do, but I understand that I'm not willing, or I don't want to accept the consequences of me doing certain shit. When you look at me, it looks like that Dawgface just fly out the handle. We've been having a million conversations since me and you knowing each other. I've talked to you when I've talked to my motherfucking brothers about different shit and about how to move and how to carry shit. And it's not because I didn't know, but it's just as we got to know each other, you really want to know what you thinking in your mind, right?
Right.
Listen, bro, when you get to this age, right, you're supposed to know better.
Right.
Niggas are getting to be a ripe old age and are not learning their motherfucking lesson. They ignoring everything because they still trying to fit in. I ain't trying to fit into a bitch ass thing. I ain't trying to fit in with nan nigga. I don't give a fuck about no friendship. I don't give a fuck about what no nigga talking about. If I gave a fuck about what niggas talking about, I wouldn't be where I am right now because niggas don't want to see a nigga do nothing but fail. So the street rules is this. Understand your limitations. Don't be a follower, be in 10. Dead end, Ron. Don't let a motherfucker lead you by your motherfucking nose to a motherfucking hospital room. The rules of the street is understand your limitations, be true to your motherfucking self, right?
Yeah.
And don't be easily misled.
Okay.
Those 3 things, you do them 3 things, you can avoid all the shit that can possibly negatively affect you or your people.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, the last interview that we did, man, you had the nurses big mad. Talking about you can't tell the difference between a nurse, a black nurse, and a stripper. Mm-hmm. Do you still stand by that?
I do.
Why do you still stand by that? I'm just curious.
I wouldn't have said it. So listen, I don't just fly out the handle and just say shit just for shock value, bro.
Right.
Listen, when you from LA to Maine, from San Diego to Delaware, right? In the hood, what do most of the strippers say they in school for? It ain't IT.
RN.
It ain't IT.
Yeah.
It ain't information technology, motherfucker.
Right.
Most of the motherfuckers, listen, Players Club. What was Diamond in school for?
Be a doctor. Shit. Nurse.
Nursing. Right. So listen.
They laughing in the chat.
Hey, listen, nursing. So listen, am I saying that black women who are nurses are whores? Yes.
What?
Yeah, there's some whores. You know there's some whores. There's some hot pussy hoes, right? Listen, there's a large segment of black nurses who pay for their nursing school by slanging that pussy and slanging around the motherfucking circle doing a pirouette on the goddamn pole. So what the black nurses didn't consider, and I saw one, the one sister who kind of like made the bitch go viral when she posted this shit, in her comments, it wasn't all just negative anti-Dawgface shit. Some of the motherfucking women say, hey, listen, there's a culture inside of black America, inside of the culture where a lot of these girls who went on to become nurses, they got the money from the strip clubs. It's a known fact. I don't give a fuck. You are from here. I'm from there. Ask any motherfucker. Most of those chicks, either they ain't going to nursing school, they say they is. So a large segment of black nurses, and nurses period, they come off the motherfucking pole. So they still have stripper mentalities. They still move and operate like strippers. Them hoes got tattoos on their neck, tattoos on their ass, fake titties, all this old shit. Listen, most of them motherfucking strippers, look at they motherfucking, them hoes that had every motherfucking surgery that a reasonable person would recommend against the motherfucker doing. They want to be sexy. Am I blaming them? No. I ain't blaming them. It is what it is. But most of them have stripper mentalities, bro. Most of them look like, operate, act like strippers. Period. As simple as that. And that's because a large portion or a large segment of the nursing society, black, white, green, and blue. I'll give them that. It ain't just black nurses. I'm saying black nurses because I'm fucking black. So in the black community, right, most of the nurses in Detroit got some bad bitches now who got a motherfucking stethoscope hanging around their motherfucking neck, right? So I ain't just gonna come at Detroit. But a lot of them chicks come out the strip club, bro. Ask anybody. So that's why you see most of them putting their ass in the motherfucking screen before they put their mind in the screen. Most of the nurses, when you look at their Instagrams, like I said, them hoes got their ass tooted towards the goddamn camera. They some whores. Now you a educated hoe, but you a hoe nonetheless. Now see, the problem is that nigga they trying to remove the hoe from their title. You a RN, you a LPN, you a whatever nurse, but you hoe go first because you was a hoe before you ever became that. Not all.
This is what I want you to do. I want you to rank the top 5 most hittable jobs that women work at.
Top 5 most hittable jobs. Okay, Chrysler bitches. Bitches who work for Chrysler, the car plant, oh, they going. Listen, so I'm saying Chrysler because I'm from Detroit.
Yeah.
But bitches who work in plants, I don't give a fuck what plant. They can work, I don't give a fuck where they work at. Any bitch that work in a plant or a plant style warehouse type shit, them hoes be having plant husbands and they had a little slow ass nigga at home who listen, a bitch who work in a factory, that bitch is number 1 on the hit parade. Number 1. Number 2, man, listen, I know strippers who work in strip clubs who get better pussy management than hoes who work in plants. Hoes working plant, they going, and they some dyke hoes. And they gonna suck some pussy. If you want to go listen, people want hoes. That's facts, nigga.
There's a girl in here that said facts.
Facts.
God damn.
If you want a bitch who will suck a dick and suck a pussy, 2, go to Chrysler. Go to Ford, GM, and Chrysler. Them hoes going. They going. Take your ass, they going. Any bitch working at a plant or a factory, them hoes going. You working on the line with a nigga 10, 12 hours a day. You spend more time with him than you spend with your man. They going. And they popping that pussy. You want you a bitch who know how to suck some good pussy too? You want to have a good menage, a good threesome? Get you a couple of them plant hoes. They going.
Right,
that's number 1. Plant
number
bitches
1.
is number 1.
All right, that's number 1.
Strippers is number 2.
Strippers number 2.
Number 2. Stripper number 2.
They said Amazon. They said Amazon.
Oh, Amazon plant. Amazon, that's a plant now. That's a plant. And the Amazon hoes, listen, the fulfillment centers is a plant. It's a plant. Same thing, Amazon hoes going. Listen, 95% of the hoes work for Amazon, come out the strip club. So now hoes, because you don't need no specialty training. You ain't gotta go to school and act like you wanna be no nurse. You can go from the strip club to driving an Amazon truck or working in an Amazon fulfillment center. Amazon, oh, them hoes in there. Ooh, them hot pussy hoes now. Yeah, so I'm gonna say, okay, we're gonna reconfigure this shit. Yeah. I'm gonna say a plant. Ford GM Chrysler, them hoes going. They gone. You ain't even got to even track. That pussy popping, right? That's number 1. Number 2, Amazon hoes. I'm gonna get Amazon number 2. Number 3, strippers. Number 4, nurses. Because nurses, they work so hard, they lonely, they ain't got no good companionship. Them hoes gonna pop that pussy. Number 5, female Uber drivers.
It's in the chat.
Female Uber driver. Female Uber driver. Female Uber driver. Cause listen, they can suck a little dick and drop a nigga off. A female Uber driver, nigga, a female Uber driver, I'll come out of the airport, a whole lot like this here. Look at me. No, bitch, I'm straight, bitch. I'm straight, bitch. Cause you been driving Uber all day. You just suck 25 dicks, bitch. Oh, I'm straight, bitch. Uber drivers, female Uber and Lyft drivers gonna pop that pussy. Why wouldn't they?
All right, honorable mention in the chat. They said real estate, military.
Oh, military hoe. Hey, listen, military bitches.
God, post office.
Ooh,
they going in. Hold
hey,
on.
listen,
UPS.
Whoa. UPS post hoes, UPS, all that shit the same. Mail lady.
They said Walmart. Definitely Walmart.
Hey, listen, what? Them hoes so broke. A Walmart hoe worse than a stripper bitch. Walmart is at the bottom of the motherfucking barrel when it comes to whores. Them the hoes nobody don't want.
Waffle House.
Waffle House. Bro, them hoes, hey, listen, them hoes on Waffle House, them bitches are crystal meth heads. If you fucking a Waffle House, bitch, you better go get yourself checked out.
Hey, oh, they said taxes.
Who?
Taxes.
Taxes?
The girls that do the taxes.
I don't know about that, because listen, so they ain't gonna sell no, they gonna sell some pussy now, but from January to April, they ain't gotta sell no pussy, because they got their clientele coming in. But when they get tight towards October, November, that tax money ran out, they ain't saved up, they'll pop that pussy.
God,
they'll pop that pussy.
Oh, they said life insurance.
Nah, life insurance.
They said ask him about the brown females, bro. I don't know what they mean. What they mean? The brown females? You know what are you talking about? Mm-mm. Okay, he said church girls.
Church girls, they span the horizon of professional occupation. Right. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, we from black people, by and large, we all spooked up churchified ass niggas. Oh, nigga. So a church bitch, listen, a church whore, Amazon, church whore, stripper, church whore, plant worker, church whore, church bitches who be hollering at Jesus shit, them the best dick suckers in the world. It ain't nothing like a bitch who praising Jesus and suck a good dick at the same time.
At least you know you're going to heaven.
You going to hell with dick in your mouth. That bitch going to hell with dick in their mouth.
Nah, the nigga said, man, you forgot the correctional officers. COs, female COs.
You know what? Listen, that's a specialty. That don't fit within the scope of just regular professions. That's a specialty. It's kind of like putting strawberries on your waffle, right? They ain't just the same shit. You know what I'm saying? You know that bitches who work in jails and prisons, you know they some whores. That's just correctional officer going.
I gotta ask you this. Finesse 2 times said this. He said this online. I don't know when he said it. He said, women don't like no good nigga. They want a nigga like me. They want to talk crazy. They want the rough shit.
They want a bad boy. They want a bad boy.
If you were to give a percentage of like how many women percentage-wise want the rough nigga versus the square nigga, what percentage would you say?
I would say 90%.
90%.
Yeah,
Hey,
because
do y'all
listen,
believe? Do y'all agree with that in the chat?
90%. 90%.
What y'all think?
Let me tell you why. Here's why. Because women, their nature is to whether sometimes their nature can be fucked up, but women, the nature of a woman is that they want a strong, assertive, aggressive motherfucker. But in the black community, because things are so fucked up, they mistake over aggressiveness with being a man, right?
Right.
Motherfuckers be over aggressive and have no other attribute of what a man is supposed to have. They're not caretakers. They ain't providers. Niggas just be aggressive, right? So a woman wants something that's gonna challenge them. They want to be able to look at their man, know he'll bite they. I'll bite you, bitch. Bitch, I'll bite you, bitch. What the fuck is you talking about, bitch? I'll choke you, bitch. The fuck is you talking about, bitch? I'll choke you, bitch. I'll spit in your mouth, bitch. I don't know, bitch, won't no soft ass, Peter roll ass nigga. If a bitch can roll you up like a fruit roll up, she don't want you. She want a nigga gonna grab her by the neck and put a finger in the ass. Come here, bitch. A bitch want a nigga who gonna stick his finger in the ass and then lick it. That's what a bitch want. That's what a bitch want. See, cause listen, don't no bitch respect no nigga who she can talk to any kind of way, even if he ain't doing everything he supposed to be doing. Don't no bitch respect that. You hear me? You know how many bum ass niggas who got bitches who doing everything? No, don't no bitch respect that. They don't respect that.
Bro,
so I'm gonna say 90%.
But okay, this brings me back to our conversation we had about tricking, right? Mm-hmm. And we was on the phone with a stripper. It was offline. I wish we would have recorded this shit. It was an epic ass conversation.
It was.
And the stripper basically said she don't respect no nigga that trick. Mm-hmm. Then I asked her, well, what nigga don't trick in your eyes? And she said, in her eyes, every nigga's a trick. Mm-hmm. So that kind of threw me off. So I was like, does that mean you respect no man? You don't remember that shit?
Yeah, I remember that.
That shit threw me off. I was like, what?
So listen. So now we talked about the dynamic between black men and black women nowadays. The dynamic between black men and black women is so destructive. It is so skewed. It is so, bro, listen. I said before that black men and black women don't really love each other anymore, like from a natural standpoint. Black men and black women, they deal with each other nowadays absent any real love or any real admiration for each other. They deal with each other because we live in such close proximity to each other that it is more convenient for you to deal with a nigga than to deal with somebody else, right? But black men and black women, they don't respect each other. They don't love each other anymore. So a lot of the relationships are all situational. They're all like financial transactions, right? You got bitches who ain't got nothing who will demand some money out of a nigga, right? You got bitches who not productive, they're not educated, but they've been trained. Listen, absent any real education, absent any real motherfucking get up and go about yourself, but the one thing that a bitch know nowadays is a nigga supposed to give them something.
Yeah.
Right? So the whole principle of free fucking, that shit is relatively out the window. You know, hoes still pop that pussy.
Yeah.
But the thing is, black men and black women, they don't love each other anymore. We deal with each other out of convenience and out of closeness and proximity to each other. But as far as having any real respect for them, by and large, black men and black women, if you could meet a woman who's conscious, who's aware, who's educated, and understands how we got to where we are right now, you have something special. Because a lot of times, most of these bitches just operating like it's a transaction.
But see, but this is what I don't understand. Like, most men can go find a solid black woman though. Like if they really tried, it ain't like, niggas just, it's like niggas just aim for the bullshit. They aim, they'll go get a woman. It's just like the woman they get the bad dude or the super popular nigga. The nigga might have 1,000 bitches. Sorry, he's lit.
Yeah. You
go get the girl that got 1,000 niggas in her DM and be mad that she's cheating or, you know, it just don't, the logic don't be making sense.
So that's because you just said logic. Why are you trying to equate logic to the shit that you see going on?
Well, I'm just saying, I don't think.
Ain't no logic in this shit. Niggas just doing anything.
It ain't no logic,
listen, motherfuckers, human beings are just operating. They're just operating.
Yeah.
They're not, minus any real intellect. They're not thinking about what they do. Listen, you know that, listen, a bitch should go have a baby by a nigga who got 5 or 6 babies by 5 or 6 different bitches. What is it that's attractive to you about him? A bitch should go have a baby by a nigga who sell dope, rob, steal, and kill. Where's the longevity in that? That's because these bitches have been trained and conditioned to look for a fast turnover and to get a quick buck. That's why I said the relationships are almost exclusively transitional. They all transactional, excuse me. It is what it is.
Or do you think this? Because I seen, I ain't gonna lie, I seen I don't know, it was some women talk. Oh, it was Ari Lennox. And she was Ari Lennox. She was
Who's that?
The singer. She's with J.
singer?
Cole.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she was on Poor Minds, the two girls
yeah,
that are
the
funny.
chick, yeah,
and she was like, she never had an orgasm, right? And then they was talking about how it took them forever to have an orgasm. So I just be thinking maybe it's, they find the one that take them to that point, and it's like, nigga, it's over with.
So listen, it is a well-known, well-established fact that most black women have never truly enjoyed a real orgasm, right? That is a fact.
That's
You know
crazy.
why? Because, especially in this generation, because these niggas only think about themselves, right? They ain't thinking about, see, when I was raised, the niggas who raised me, right? And then I always dealt with older females. So older females groomed me and trained me to kind of like, a young bitch ain't nothing coming with me. I make a young bitch watch the moon. I make a young bitch walk to the moon. When I put this dick on her, right? She is on. It's a wrap. Let me tell you, here's the problem. Most young motherfuckers, here's the problem. It's physical. Most young niggas nowadays, they don't have the physicality to be able to get no bitch together, right? Bitches be jumping on niggas. In order for most of these bitches to come, they got to rad and rub up against the nigga, right? These bitches be rubbing up against the nigga like two bitches pussy bumping to get off. These niggas, they smoke weed all day. They drink alcohol. A nigga be 21, got a belly hanging over their motherfucking pants. You ain't laying no dick down like that. You hear me? These niggas just get on the bitch, rabbit fucking bitch, and they be Drew. And you wonder why a bitch be cheating. You ain't satisfying there. These niggas, listen, as a man, let me give you niggas some game. As a man, it's easier for men to come, to ejaculate, than it is for women to ejaculate, right? When women, 75% of the time, it's not just about the physical nature of the sexual act, right? It's about a feeling. It's about a feeling of appreciation. It's about a feeling, a heightened sense of lust and companionship. Women operate differently than men, but nowadays, men don't think about nobody but themselves. Listen, as a man, it's easier for you to come than it is for women to come. Here's the secret. Don't think about yourself. Think about her. Focus on what makes her happy. Try to explore her body. Touch her in a way, kiss her in a way that's going to make her cringe and make her smile and make her laugh. Niggas don't know that nowadays. Niggas going for totally opposite self. They a fucking bitch. And that's why a bitch can go fuck another nigga and she can do fucking that nigga. Cause she ain't got off. She don't feel satisfied.
Do you think that be the source of like, cause think about it, like
women cheat more than men do in 2026. Black women, they cheat more than men do. Cause black women, they taking control of themselves nowadays. Like, I'm not gonna be going for this shit, nigga. You gonna make this pussy do something, or I'm gonna go over here and let him make this pussy do something. Black women are tired of being, we already let them down. As black men, we already derelict in our responsibilities as caretakers, providers, leaders, and all the rest of that shit. We've already let black women down. So black women have to put up with all that shit and can't bust no proper nut. Oh, no.
Now, Dawgface, you ever ran into that girl that just nut back to back for no reason? You be like, I know I ain't just killing this bitch this hard. That bitch done nutted 20 times.
You know what? Because listen, some of them be backed up, though. They be backed up because they ain't bust no good. These niggas not making these bitches rock and roll. These niggas on the bitch, they be high, drunk. They don't know what they did to a bitch. You hear me?
So is that a dangerous...
then on top of that, all they gonna do is eat pussy all day. They ain't laying no dick down on no bitch. You can't control no bitch by eating no pussy. Listen, you can't control no bitch by eating no pussy. You can't tell no bitch to shut the fuck up if all you can do is eat the pussy. No, you gotta lay that dick down on the hoe. You gotta break a bitch's soul. You gotta bite a bitch.
Hey, if you gotta pop an enhancement in order to get it done, is that cool or is it? I'm going all natural, but I'm just saying, listen, if you gotta do what you gotta do,
listen. God damn it, that's like saying if a bitch get a BBL, she's still sexy. A bitch don't give a fuck what no nigga to pop, as long as you make that pussy do something. You hear me? A bitch don't give a fuck. You know, so you can blow your balls up trying to do that shit all day. Here you go. The ball's gonna explode in your bitch ass. You keep that shit going. You hear me? You gonna have about a good 10-year run, and by the time you get to be in your 40s, you're gonna be impotent, nigga. You're gonna have an ED.
Hey, you know who was kind of ahead of the game? The most spiritual girls that be lighting incense, and the health girls.
Yeah,
the health girls,
ooh,
they be having all the remedies to make a nigga do what it's supposed
like
to.
that. The most spiritual bitches with the bitches on
The neo soul hoes.
Them hoes don't be doing no dishing. You hear me? Them old neo-classic soul hoes, them hoes do no dishing. They don't dish that pussy. That pussy natural. That pussy got a little stank to it. You hear me? Woo. You hear me? Them old neo-classic soul ass incense burning hoes, that's real genuine pussy. That's pussy. The bitch had a little hair on their arm. Bitch got a little hair on their arm. Hey, listen. Hey, you want some good pussy? Get a bitch with a little hair on their arm. On their arm. Get a little bitch like that, that pussy fire. That's fire pussy. Cause bitch, you gotta have some nerve to present that pussy with a little hair on it and have a little underarm. She ain't focused about nothing but pleasing another motherfucker. That old incense burning bitch, burn the incense on me, bitch. Burn me. Pour some hot wax on me, bitch. Pour some hot wax. Bitch, I'm like that, bitch. I'm like that.
Nah, that shit crazy, bro. Man, you know, it's so funny because Melissa Ford tapped in when you were talking about how black men let the black women down.
Yeah, she did.
And you know, one of the things I thought
Shout out
about
to Melissa Ford.
one of the things I thought about was the way we present, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I said I made that clip, right? Or somebody made that clip, and I was like, man, Dawgface was just shitting on black women like 2 minutes before this.
No,
but it's because But what I'm saying is this particular clip went crazy because of. You were saying some real shit, but it was something that the women can feel. Yeah. So my question for you is like, when you look at shit like that, do you ever say to yourself, man, I'm gonna just start pandering to black women? Because that does seem to be a lane that niggas can take to take off. You know how this media shit goes.
Yeah, I know how to. No, listen, bro. So listen. So something that appears to be contradictory. Something that appears. So something can be in the world we're living in now. You know how when you first start doing mathematics, they say, when you first learn how to divide with decimals, they say there's no remainders. Yeah. How you know the answer ain't right is that you have a remainder. But it's not until you get to the higher forms of mathematics that you understand that in some cases, there are remainders, right? So things that appear to be opposite can be true. Things that appear to be contradictory can be true. And so we live in a fluid situation, in the black environment, the black community, black men, black women, everything is fluid about our life, about our lifestyles. So I'm not pandering or trying to cater to anybody.
Right.
What I said about the black nurses being some hoes, that's true for that particular segment, for the most part, not all of them. And please, I know I'm getting old. Don't try to fuck over me when I go to the hospital. I get it. I understand. But at the same time, it is absolutely true that black men are derelict and negligent in their responsibilities of being leaders in the black community. Black men, you can't cry about a motherfucking thing going on in the black. You can't cry about the YNs. You can't cry about women's behavior. You can't cry about none of that shit because it all starts with the man. Period. Simple as that. Our community can only repair itself if the men who are supposed to be the natural providers and caretakers and protectors step up and be the men. Women will have to acquiesce. They'll have to bow down if they in the presence of a real man. Like even right now, in the presence of a real nigga, of a real man, you don't have a bitch doing all that old loud mouth and goofy ass shit. And she'll check herself because she don't want to lose that nigga. Because a real nigga is few and far in between. So a bitch who got some sense, even if she a little rough around the edges, she will check herself. She will dial herself down for the right nigga.
Man, for you, right? When you see the stage of, and this is where we get to our political bag, right? Mm-hmm. Because we do bring you up here to talk politics, right?
I got you.
They're saying that Trump is trying to. He kind of like pulled the Uno reverse with the blockage of the Strait of Hormuz.
Yes, he did.
Can you break down now what's going on in the world? Because, we like to bring you back every couple of weeks. It seems like there's a lot going on in the world. What's going on with Iran versus USA right now?
So it is not Iran versus the United States of America. It is the state of overall humanity. It is, we are in a fight we're in a wrestle for global control. So they've been playing around for the last 30, 40 years, 50 years since the end of the Cold War. We've been playing around, right? People always have to look at China and Russia as the bad guys, right? We didn't really understand what was going on in Venezuela. We didn't really understand what was going on. We all looked at American dominance, and outside of Saudi Arabia, outside of the Dubai or the UAE, we didn't really look at the Islamic world as a threat. But the Islamic world has been waiting for this day. Iran is not Kuwait. Iran is not Dubai. Iran is the quintessential example of the strength of the Islamic empire. So when you attack them, they've been warning them for years about that. They're going to fight. Listen, let me tell you something, bro. You can't shoot no missile from a boat or from a rocket launcher. You try to destroy them because the terrain, just like the terrain of Afghanistan, you have to put boots on the ground to go over there and change anything. And America doesn't have the stomach to lose lives for the state of Israel. They don't have the stomach for that because we know that we've been pushed and prodded into this world, into this war. It's not even a war, it's a conflict because Congress hasn't even designated it as a war. So it's not a war. Just like Vietnam wasn't a war, it is a conflict, right? And so what's happening is that there have been massive miscalculations on the Iranian front, and the general public, Americans don't understand the dynamic of the world. And that's why it is so easy for politicians and people in power and control to manipulate us or to represent a position or a point that the world overthinks that the general population in this country supports. America doesn't support a war in any shape, form, or fashion. Donald Trump, he campaigned on getting out of motherfuckers' business. He campaigned on pulling us out of world conflict and letting the world just fend for itself. Now he's doing the opposite. This whole thing with the Strait of Hormuz, this whole thing is about finance. It's about money. It's about dominance. It's about control. It's finance. It has nothing to do with regime change. They're only trying to institute regime change because they're trying to control money. They're trying to control the world oil supply. It's as simple as that. The general American citizen, first of all, let me just tell you this. Let me just help you this. Let me give you some insight. So listen, the general American citizen is a bitch ass, coward ass nigga, right? That's a 100% fact. Let me tell you how we know you're some soft ass niggas. Watch this. Listen, man. If you're not from down south, right? Motherfuckers don't even want to kill the food they eat no more, right? If a motherfucker had to kill a cow or kill a chicken, they don't even want to eat it. You hear me? Niggas can't even stomach seeing animals get slaughtered, but they can eat the same food, but they don't want to see it happening. That's how soft Americans is. We have come so far, and American citizens have come so far out of the agricultural age and come so far out of the things that really build the community. We don't want to do shit no more. We pussified, we punktified. Have you ever killed a chicken and ate it? Mm-mm. You don't even want to see a chicken get killed, but you'll eat that chicken, won't you?
Yeah.
That's how soft we are. That's how soft we are. So what's going on in Iraq now, it is the basis, and it's going to decide the economy of the world for the next 100 years. They want control of that territory because that territory is so minerally rich. He who controls what happens in the Arabian Peninsula controls the world economic food supply. Economic chain. He who controls what happens in the Arabian Peninsula controls everything that it takes to build industry. It's not just about oil. Well, it's just about oil. What about it? Listen, everything that we have, everything that we enjoy, right? All the things that we take for granted, all of the accesses that we have in life, all those things are built off of the basis of oil. All the machinery that is used to build all the things that we consider creature comforts, all that comes from oil. And we don't have it as a country. So all the actions that we see taking place in Iran now, this country is going to lose a lot of lives trying to take that land from them people, because them people, they are the strongest amongst the Muslims. They are the most stubborn. They are the most violent. They are the most aggressive. You can't go over there and punk them. You can't shoot missiles over there and cause them to change how they feel and what they think. And that's why the United States government and the CIA, the FBI, Congress, the Senate, they've been doing shit that the general American public don't know nothing about for 50, 60 years. They've been trying to overthrow all the shahs of Iran. They've been trying to overthrow the Ayatollah, from going back to Ayatollah Khomeini. They've been trying to overthrow, because if they're able to take control of what's happening in Iran, you change the whole dynamic of what happens with the world of Islam, and they're not going to buy that. You're dealing with the strongest, amongst the strongest of people who are Muslim, and they would rather die to give you any semblance of control over their destiny.
So how do you think this is going to play out? How much longer do you think we're going to be in war?
Oh, America going to back down for they back down. They're not backing down. They're not going to capitulate. They're not going to bow down. So what's going to happen is the American government, they're going to launch a motherfucking promo campaign to try to, before they give up, they're going to campaign. They're going to make it look like, or make it appear as if they got what they wanted. But Iran is going to make sure the world knows that they didn't get what they want. So there's a conflict. So they're going to have to put boots on the ground. They already instituted the draft. As of 2026, between the ages of 18, I think, and 26, they've reinstituted the draft just in case that we have to put boots on the ground over there. So once your nephew, niece, your sons start to get shipped over there and getting their ass blew the fuck up, I guarantee you it'll change the way you think about all this shit. But right now, there's no sacrifice being made, because niggas shooting missiles from the sky and from drones and from boats 1,000 miles off the coast of motherfucking whatever.
Man, back to the ignorant shit. Do you feel like Jay Prince Jr. is messing up his dad's legacy?
I feel like Smackwater, that you asked me that dumbass question. I love you to death. Why you asking me that dumbass question when you know the legacy of Rap-A-Lot? Listen, we need to get the fuck rid of this motherfucking mob ties shit. Ever since mob ties been in effect, that shit ain't been nothing but a bunch of goofy dumbass shit. Mob ties, Rap-A-Lot. When you think about Rap-A-Lot, we think about strength. We think about business savvy. We think about command. Without Jay Prince Sr., you don't have none of the shit you see happening in the South. Period. Ain't no motherfucking Master P. Ain't no motherfucking Tony Draper. Ain't none of that. Ain't no motherfucking Birdman Slim. None of that shit. Listen, the South owes everything to Jay Prince. Everything. Atlanta owes everything to Jay Prince. The two most impactful people in the history of Southern hip hop is Jay Prince Sr. and Luke Skywalker. It don't get no bigger than that. Nobody has made more sacrifices to build and to take control of hip hop than those two human beings. Jay Prince, listen, so Junior, don't forget, Junior was born a millionaire. Junior is really a trust fund baby. And that's of no fault of his own, because Senior was supposed to put his kids in a position to win. But like he said in his book, right? Did you ever read a Senior's book?
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't read it all.
Listen,
but it was
one of the things
though.
that he said. I'm gonna answer your question with this. Don't think I forgot it.
Yeah.
One of the things that Singer said in his book, The Art, we just gonna call it The Art, right? Is he talked about the dichotomy of how black people raise their children, black people who live in poverty, and black people who have some degree of affluence. He talked about how black people who raise their kids in the ghetto, right? They don't shield their kids for anything. They want their kids to see the world for what it is, because they think they're making them stronger by showing them drugs, by showing them all the crazy shit that goes on in the community. They want them to see it because they know if I can see it, if I can teach them this at a young age, they know how to navigate their way around all the crazy shit they're gonna be subjected to see, right?
Right.
So black people who live in the ghetto, They don't protect them kids for nothing. They want the kids to see the worst of the worst, because if I show you the worst of the worst, you'll be able to take what you see and navigate your way around it, through it, over it, or beneath it, right? So rich people, people of means of substance, they try to shield their kids from the ugly part of life. They don't want them to see it. That's why most of the kids who grew up in affluence and grow up in wealthy environments, they are drawn back to all the crazy shit because they want to see it, right? Jay Prince Jr. Jr. is a trust fund baby. He's trying his hardest to live up to the reputation of his father. And I'm trying to say this with as much respect and as I possibly can. I want to give Senior his props. I grew up listening to the first motherfucking Ghetto Boys. This is my hip hop playlist, my hip hop legendary, the golden era of hip hop, right? Mm-hmm. I was more drawn towards the Ghetto Boys than I was to anything else coming up, right? Because I liked how raw they were. My family originally from Alabama and Georgia, right? So I liked how unapologetic and how raw he was.
Right.
In the face of motherfuckers from up north trying to hold him back. Jay Prince Jr. is single-handedly tarnishing the reputation and tarnishing the image and tarnishing the legacy of everything that his father built, because he's trying to be something that he is not. You're not a gangster. You grew up, you went to private school, you were born a millionaire. He probably came home from the hospital in a fucking Rolls Royce, right? Mm-hmm. So when you look at who he is and the level of education that he really has, because he's no dummy. He's a super educated motherfucker. When you look at the position he finds himself in, he finds himself in positions that even niggas who grew up in the most destitute set of circumstances don't find themselves in that position. And it's because he really green when it comes to the street. He doing shit by trial and error, bro. He doing shit by trial. Jay Prince Jr. is doing shit that niggas who were born and raised in poverty know better than to do. Because he's trying to be his old man, right? But he's going about it all the wrong way. That respect shit, he doesn't really understand respect. He's saying it, it's like a talking point for him, like a politician now. Junior is a politician. He knows all the right things to say. But when he's put in a situation to where he has to live up to that shit, he has failed miserably every time. From the Takeoff situation to the Duke the Jeweler situation, right? And now to this situation here, all epic fails. And there's been other smaller events that have taken place since Singleton gave him control of the reins. Now, can we control what our kids do? No. We raise them to the best of our motherfucking ability and we set them free and we hope they make us proud. So I'm not blaming him, but in a sense, I am blaming him because he made that man the face of all things Rap-A-Lot, of all things Mob Ties, and he was not ready. And he's proving that he's not ready by all the different things he finds himself in. Junior should be suspended. He should be suspended from all things Mob Ties, all things Rap-A-Lot. He should be suspended because he's an embarrassment to his father.
Crazy.
He's an embarrassment. And I say that with as much respect as I can muster. When you look at, has he built on the legacy of the respect, right? It's Jay Prince respect.
Right.
Because niggas knew not to play with Senior, right? Motherfuckers didn't start playing with Senior in his name until he put his son in control and turned him loose. And so most of the things that people question Senior about now, it all comes before that son he has there is a bad seed, bro. And he's trying to be something that he's not. And the whole world can see that he's not his father.
But he kind of balanced it out because the other son, Jazz Prince, found Drake. So it's
Jazz Prince is not. Listen, Jazz. All the Prince boys they live in their truth. They're being themselves. They ain't trying to be extra gangster, right? They don't have to be. Nigga, I'm a millionaire. I was born a millionaire. I was born with access to everything that I wanted to do. I don't have to do all that shit.
But doesn't this go back to what we just said earlier? The women don't want the square nigga. So do you feel like that plays a role in
he
why
a square?
Niggas...
Don't listen, because he got power and influence. He can snap his fingers, make something happen. I don't mean that snapping your fingers and being able to call a shot, that don't mean niggas respect you, bro. That's another misconception. Motherfuckers think because a nigga got some money and some jewelry, that equates automatically to being respected. No. When you look at how motherfuckers talk about Junior, even people who live in Houston, even people who live in Texas, the only people who talk about Junior in a positive, the only mature people who talk about him in a positive light are people who are afraid of him. They're not afraid of him. They're afraid of drawing the anger of his father. The only people who look at Junior and what Junior has done and what he continues to do, and the only people who look at that shit with any respect or look up to him with any regard are people who are directly gaining something from being in some type of relationship with him. Everybody other than that, they don't want no parts of Junior, man. And as far as motherfuckers coming to Houston and having to check in, why would I come and check in when everybody checking in with these niggas dying or getting fucked up? They got the whole check-in shit backwards. I take my chances with these niggas in the street. If I'm a rapper, I take my chances. Because when you check in with somebody, it's not about being scared. It's a mafia code, right? When Lucky Luciano went to Chicago, he checked in, or he made his presence known to Al Capone. When they went to Las Vegas, they checked in with the people who were running the Las Vegas Strip. When they went to LA, they checked in with them LA mobsters. When it came to Detroit, they checked in with the Detroit mobsters. That's not being afraid of somebody. That is, I'm responsible for you. You a made nigga. Checking in is for made men. Checking in ain't for no bitch ass nigga driving no Honda Accord. Checking in is for made men. So if I come to your city and I'm a made nigga and I have access to you, it's your responsibility to make sure don't nothing happen to me. And if something does, retribution is supposed to be swift and immediate and actionable and severe. Why would you come to Houston and check in with Jay Prince? If I come to Houston, I'm going to fuck with Sauce Walker. That's who I'm going to TSF. Because I know them niggas gonna step. Look what happened to the motherfucker from Memphis. What's his name is? Peso? No, not Peso. Other motherfucker. Sauce, the motherfucker from Memphis.
Yeah.
Who got killed? What's his name?
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Right? Look what happened to him. Oh, the aftermath of what happened to him and Sauce Walker getting shot?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If I come to Houston, right, and that's not to say that I respect Senior. Hey, Senior, there is no way. What we all know is this. You think Young Boy was scratching his head. When that shit hit the wire, and you think, raise your hand if you think that Jay Prince Sr. did not cuss his motherfucking son out. Because again and again and again and again, you making me have to use my political contacts and connections. I'm exhausting all of my favors trying to save you from your motherfucking self. The shit you doing, you ain't gotta even be doing. I blessed you into made man status. You did not earn it. You did not earn it. I blessed you in. People respect you because they respect me. You moving and grooving around this motherfucker like niggas respect you. You have done nothing. He need to set that motherfucker down, bro. I can cuss and fuss and bitch and hoe all day, but it's no need for me to do that because the whole world is looking at this shit. We in Texas right now. I don't give a fuck what part of Texas you from. You can be from Aberdeen to motherfucking Port Arthur. This shit here is a mess. It's a mess. Ain't no real nigga in Houston seeing it no other way than what I just said. This shit is a mess.
Let me ask you this, man. This is a question I had. When Ben 10 got shot, the initial report was that he was dead, right? And that
he
came
died
from,
twice.
Well,
on the table.
But no, the initial report was he died at the scene. And that came from black bloggers, right?
Right.
Do you feel as black media we are too quick to do that? Like we're playing with, when we do things like that, that's kind of playing with people's lives. It's, shock value. I'm sure people are hearing it from the first time online. What do you think about that as far as us and the responsibility that we're supposed to have as journalism or do you just think niggas just out here getting money? It don't matter. So why?
I mean, there's different levels of journalistic integrity being applied or being subscribed to. Motherfuckers are in a rush. So listen, this is what happens with all media outlets, right? Right? Back to 20, 30, 40 years ago, we had regular newspapers and shit.
Yeah.
They was rushing to print the story, bro. Right now, everybody's in such a rush to break the story. You heard it here first. The you heard it here first thing is causing people to misreport things because they want to be known as the people who have all the inside information. When it happened, it took me 2-3 days to come down with it because I wanted to make sure. Because I would rather be right than to be first. I would rather be right than to, I don't give a fuck. There's a rush right now to be the first one who knows everything.
Right.
Because that's supposed to be the thing that separates me from him. I knew it first. I have my tentacles in cities all across the goddamn country. I know it first. I seen it first. I got the phone call first. At this point, right, people are calling me with all kind of shit. They're texting me, they're DMing me with all kind of shit. I could easily jump out there and say I heard something first. The first person to know about what happened between Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane
Was you?
was CEO King Munchie.
King Munchie, yeah, King Munchie.
Munchie, and we called you.
We called me, yeah, and y'all
It wasn't even an hour after.
Yeah, y'all didn't want to break. And I told everybody, I said, bro, them niggas knew the story down to the T, and it actually played out exactly like y'all told me.
Munchie is from Houston. I mean, it's from Memphis. He lives in Houston. Munchie called me and said, dog, your boy Gucci just got spanked. Allegedly. He said, man, we talked about it. Man, should we drop the story? And we said, no, we can't drop it for one reason. It's one reason why we didn't drop the story, because it hadn't even hit the wire yet. We ain't dropped the story for one reason only. Because Pooh Shiesty is on federal motherfucking paper. And if we start talking about it, we know that law enforcement, they're heavy on the internet. They're heavy on YouTube. They're heavy on social media. And so law enforcement nowadays, they got to even investigate. Now all you got to do is just sit back and let the story unfold on Instagram, and they're gonna tell it all.
Dog, it's like we watching documentaries in real time now.
Yeah, you're watching the documentary in real time. You ain't got to rewind shit because it's right there. All you got to do is press record.
And crime is the number one motherfucking genre. So it's like...
It always have been, though.
Always has been.
People always... Listen, Jesse James, Billy the Kid, Babyface Nelson, you know what I'm saying? Bonnie and Clyde.
Right.
The great... This country was founded on criminality, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about a crime story, the ultimate crime story, if you like crime stories, study politics.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
If you like gangster shit,
study politics.
Study politics.
It's all in there, bro.
It's all in there.
But let me ask you this, because now they coming out talking about Pooh Shiesty's dad is snitching, and it's like...
Oh, he been a snitch.
See, and this is the part that...
Snitches can operate in the hood, especially if you have money, power, influence, or if you're violent.
So why don't they just keep it real and say that? Niggas always try to make it seem like
they don't have
you're a snitch, you're eradicated, you're this, you're that. But it's like, we see that ain't that. That ain't real.
Pooh Shiesty knows his daddy a rat. He knows his daddy been a rat. Queso, the one who in prison because daddy testified against him?
Yeah.
Queso knew his daddy been a rat. When you lay down with a flea, a dog, you get up with a flea. Right? It's simple as that. Niggas don't, listen, the rats are the biggest gangsters because a nigga will shoot you, kill you, and tell on you.
That's a hell of a defense, boy.
No. The rats are the gangster. Rat is the new gangster. The rats in the hood are the biggest gangsters because they don't have no motherfucking limitations what they do. Nigga, I'm gonna try to shoot you and get out on you. If I can't shoot you, get out on you, I'm gonna call police and tell them that you tried to shoot me. And you gonna go to jail.
Y'all niggas playing checkers, them niggas playing
this is a dangerous
straight
game.
3D chess, nigga.
Man, these niggas playing, they got this new Uno shit.
Yeah, they got the Uno. Yeah, I know, the one you draw 200.
Hey, listen, they got 200.
Yeah, you draw 200.
Listen, the new Uno deck like this.
Yeah.
You can't even deal the cards.
Yeah.
The new Uno a bad motherfucker. New Uno got double reverse on that bitch.
Yeah.
Triple reverse. You, listen, the biggest, I filled out, I filled out me a re-entry form. I'm straight. You hear me? I'm a civilian. I'm a civilian. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't want no parts of this shit. A nigga will try to do something to you, and then when it don't work, they'll tell the police you did it. I'm out the game. I'm a civilian. Don't fuck with me.
Man, because again, you went to prison for this shit. You did what, 17 years?
Yes, sir.
When you look back, do you feel deceived? Do you feel cheated? I seen a nigga in prison said, "Man, I can't believe these niggas had us going to war against another nigga just because he wore a different color."
I saw that too.
I can't. No, he felt cheated out of his life. You feel what I'm saying?
That's because that's a young man who didn't really have a genuine big homie. And he was guided and influenced by motherfuckers who lack vision themselves. That is the blind. Him being in prison. I saw a little guy with a little do-rag on, right? Yeah. That's the blind leading the blind, right? Also, nigga, you in prison with a goddamn phone. You trying to make a point about a point while you in a prison cell with a motherfucking cell phone. That just, listen, these niggas, listen.
Why don't niggas in prison have cell phones? Come on, you can at least give a nigga a cell phone.
Listen,
Come on,
man.
Bro, go let these niggas play solitaire.
Listen, niggas be in prison and making cell phone videos. They be on Instagram. Nigga be in prison on Instagram Live cooking up shit.
Yeah, I done seen niggas shoot a music video on that
bro,
bitch.
Nigga, listen, and they put it out there without no care in the world. What you're doing here is, you ain't telling, fuck you, because y'all stupid. That's why you're in prison to begin with, because you made a series of bad mistakes, right? But you telling on the prison guards, you telling on the nurses, you telling on whoever however the phones get you fronted off. That phone is for you to talk to your family, your kids, and to maintain family contact with your family. That phone is not for you to be on Instagram, nigga. Think about it. Niggas in prison going live on Instagram.
Niggas said they be live on TikTok.
Nigga on TikTok.
They said, wake them up, OG.
Nigga on TikTok.
They said, wake them up, OG.
Nigga on TikTok. Nigga, if you in prison and if you want to make a ghost page and watch shit going on, right? All's well. But you in prison, you not supposed to be on motherfucking Instagram live. You ain't supposed to be making no videos that we know that came from the penitentiary. You ain't supposed to be doing that. And that just showed, first of all, how you gonna talk about niggas being stupid and slow when you being stupid and slow? You got access to a cell phone, you recording shit, and you going on Instagram Live and uploading videos from the penitentiary cell, from your cell. That should tell you everything you need to know about how stupid these niggas is.
Man, what's the most disappointing thing you done seen niggas do within the last couple years, bro?
Most disappointing thing I've seen?
Yeah, well, you was like, come on, gangster.
I know I'm a student of history, politics, and religion. I'm not shocked by nothing because all this shit was written, right? Nigga, human beings, humanity spiraling out of control, that shit was ordained, it's written. We're speeding towards our own destruction by our own hand as a group of people. And black people, there's no people who are speeding towards their own death and destruction faster or more effectively than black people. People hollering about racism. We don't need racism. You can get rid of all white people who don't like black people, and niggas they still been programmed to destroy each other. We don't need Donald Trump. We need Charlie Kirk. Whatever you think about them people, we don't need them. Because we now are genetically coded to destroy our own motherfucking selves in every way imaginable. We destroy ourselves in person. We destroy ourselves on social media. We destroy ourselves on the YouTube streets. We just pre-programmed to destroy ourselves. I'm not disappointed about nothing because in order to be disappointed let's say, in order to be disappointed by something, you first have to hold that something to a higher regard. I don't have no regard. I understand this shit is what it is, what it is, what it is. A nigga can't disappoint me because I don't hold you niggas to no standard. I'm not looking for nothing positive for these niggas. That's why when I be on my shit, I'm on it. I ain't looking for no positivity out these niggas because ain't nothing righteous about these spawns from the devil. These niggas is the devil. The devil the spiritual essence of the devil is manifested inside the physical form of human beings. In order for me to be disappointed about something, I would have first had to have believed that you was something other than what I know your ass to be. I'm not disappointed by it. I'm telling you the honest truth. Listen, all this shit that didn't happen to me. You call me like Dawgface, yo, you good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Eat me a sandwich.
Right.
Right? I know what a nigga do. A nigga is the worst thing on this planet right now. There's nothing more destructive than a nigga. There's nothing more destructive than a nigga. A properly trained nigga is like a torpedo. A nigga will destroy himself trying to destroy you. All you gotta do is just look at what's happening with me. A nigga say, a nigga say, I'ma tell your wife you cheating. And gloried in the fact. He beat his chest about it. I'ma tell her you cheating. I'ma tell on you. And it's a legendary nigga who shall remain nameless, because why would I ever mention that bitch ass nigga name on a platform like this? But niggas, if you disappointed by anything you see going on, you've been asleep at the wheel for the last 25, 30 years. A nigga is, I don't have no faith or no trust in a nigga, right? At all, period. I expect to be disappointed by a nigga, right? I always watch everybody who I'm around. Everybody who close to me, I watch them. And you'll be around me as long as I know you keeping it real. But the very second you do some bitch ass shit, the very second you expose your face, you're gonna get the fuck on from around me. I ain't playing no game, no nigga. And once you do one thing, that's it. You ain't getting no second chance to do it again. Because if you do it once, you do it 100 times. And you know better than to do that shit. So you ain't got no justification, no excuse for doing it.
Man.
Disappointed in a nigga? Yeah. Why? Look at the shit these niggas doing.
But do you feel like, I feel like for the first time, you know, I remember watching Charleston White talk about snitching and breaking it down.
Man.
And it seems like we're actually at the point where it does seem like niggas don't give a fuck about snitching. Do you really think, what do you think about that? Do you feel like we're starting to break some of those stereotypes that we all grew up? Even some of the street niggas we seeing kind of like teetering on certain things that, you know, used to be principles and street codes. And
it ain't never, hey, listen, Jeff. We've had rats since the beginning of the time, bro. The reason why it seems to be more prevalent or more prominent now in the black community is because we have cell phones. So people can communicate what a nigga did wrong in real time. There's always been rats in the black community. This should go back to the slave plantation. What the fuck you think the niggas was who was telling master that me and you finna run? Harry finna run, boss. That was a rat. That was a rat. Ain't none of this shit new. Niggas are fucked up about this shit because they stupid and they ain't been properly grooved. A nigga ain't grooved these niggas right. Right? How can you be disappointed in anything a nigga do when niggas is doing the shit they do out loud, out in the public? Charleston White is a product of the black community. Charleston White is not an outlier. He's not the shit that Charleston White do. You just watch me go on Clubhouse with a nigga. I'm arguing with a nigga, and the nigga did the same shit Charleston White did, but said he was a gangster. You just watched it. You watched the nigga go on and do all the same shit Charleston White do. Yeah, I told. Yeah, I told, nigga. That's the shit Charleston. We expect that from Charleston. But that's not just Charleston. That shit is not just indicative of Charleston. That is the black community. The black community is full of all these niggas who want to do the crime, but they don't want to do the time.
But I do think that's the genius of Charleston, because he literally said, I'm putting a mirror in you niggas'
mirror
faces.
in your face. That's right.
I'm showing y'all this bullshit that y'all
I'm showing y'all. I'm showing this. I'm a mirror. Charleston White, right? And so I have a problem with Charleston White, but not because of how he played any of the shit he's done up to this point. Charleston White, he knew that there was a need for him. And he understood that, hey, I can take the truth of what's really going on here, and I can put this shit in these niggas' faces. These niggas want to hear this shit. It's refreshing, right? It's refreshing to hear a motherfucker talk like this because it's true, and everybody know it's true. I have a problem with Charleston White, not because of none of that kind of shit. I don't give a fuck what he do. You put this Young Thug and the shit that's happened with Thug in Miami with Charleston, that's Young Thug's fault. That's Young Thug's, that's another example of niggas being stupid. Why? First of all, why are you and Charleston White even at the same venue, at the same event? Why y'all even together? And the niggas you got with you, you know how this nigga coming. Why would the niggas around you, Thug, allow you to put yourself in a situation where you scared and they gonna call police on you? You know how he's serving it. You know what he finna do. That just shows you that even, once again, niggas who have millions of dollars, niggas who have all the access in the world, just because you have that money, that power, and that fame, it don't mean you're the sharpest tool in the shed. That's number one. Number two, my issue with Charleston, none of that got in shit. My issue with Charleston White is this. Charleston, for the last couple of months, you have shied away from the black interview platforms, saying that you doing it because interviewing on those platforms don't allow you to grow your brand. You want to be something bigger than what you are, right? You saying that interviewers are asking you stupid nigga ghetto ass questions, right? That's how you built your whole motherfucking get down, right? You saying you want to grow above and beyond that. You want to go on Joe Rogan. You want to go on the Sean Mike Kelly show. You want to be featured on some of the more serious platforms and talk about more serious issues that really has something to do with how the world is shaped, right? That's what you want. And you criticize the platforms for not asking you the appropriate questions because according to you, your palate is more expansive than talking about some nigga shit, right? But when the baby get called out for not accepting that painting, the first thing Charleston White did was what? Dive right back into the nigga shit. He could have took the high road. He could have talked about that shit with some intellect. He went right to fuck your kids, fuck this, fuck that. But you just said over here that you have been pigeonholed as a firebrand, and you have just said that the interview platforms, they haven't allowed you to grow beyond where you are because they ask you questions about all manners of nigga shit. And then you go do some nigga shit. So if a motherfucker wanted to pay you for an interview right now, what would they want to interview you about? They would interview you about your behavior and the shit you said about the baby. What the fuck did his kids got to do with him turning down a painting from somebody? He's there, and don't forget the baby on gangster shit. So wherever he go, he be on point. So he don't know who this nigga is. It's not like he knew the painter and just said, fuck you. When the baby moved, the baby done killed multiple niggas, bro. So when he moving, you can look at his eyes and tell he just trying to get from point A to point B. So if he turned down something, he don't know who the painter is, bro. The painter wasn't even offended like Charleston White was. The baby done killed motherfuckers, bro. So when he moving from point A to point B in the club setting, in the open setting, he don't really be stopping talking to nobody, bro. So right. I didn't even look at that like he was being disrespectful to the guy who tried to hand him the painting. I didn't look at it like that. I'm sure there are other people who that painter, that artist, has tried to give different things to, and they didn't take them as well. We just caught that on camera. See, we catch everything on camera now. So we judging this shit. When the baby moved, he moved militant, bro. You know what I'm saying? He don't be with 1,000 security guards. He be 1 or 2 security guards. He moved from point A to point B. Maybe he just was zoned out waiting to go do his job. So when I looked at that shit, I didn't have the same reaction that Charleston had. To me, that wasn't even newsworthy, bro. Charleston made it newsworthy by his critique of the baby. And then when he started talking about his kids and all that other goofy ass shit. So you crying and complaining about the interview platforms not asking you questions about world events, but you doing dumb shit like that. That was hypocritical of you. And it really exposed the fact that you don't know what the fuck you doing. And that's why your stock been dropping.
I don't know, bro. This internet shit is tricky. It's tricky. For you, you know, like, because I can see you going on different shows like a Pierce Morgan and debating politics. I can see you going on, I know you're going on No Jumper. I could just see you going on a run. When you do go to some of these white platforms that have notoriety, let's say you pop
Sean
up,
Mike Kelly.
That's what I'm saying.
I did Sean Mike Kelly.
You did Sean Mike Kelly.
Sean Mike Kelly like the young Joe Rogan.
Yeah. So you got that. Let's say you do hop on a Joe Rogan and you hop on one of these streamers sites that's big. will you feel like you've ascended, or will you feel like I'm still with my people? Because I think subconsciously we still look at white platforms as bigger and better.
Yeah.
So how would you take it if you start ascending, when you start ascending to that level? Will you feel like it'll be backsliding going back on some of these black platforms?
No. So when I go to Detroit, so I've been on some of the biggest platforms in the country, or I am scheduled to be on some of the biggest platforms in the country. And so it's a conversation. Some platforms have different conversations. They have different audiences that they cater to. I'm well versed enough, and I'm a student of all things, right? When I come on Reallyfe Street Stars, we talk about a variety of different things, from politics to religion to sports and entertainment. I can talk about anything because I've lived a life.
Right.
I've lived this shit. So do I look at being on Sean Mike Kelly like it's something that is a notch in my belt? Am I honored? Am I honored to be on it? I am. To tell you the truth, I am.
Yeah.
Right? Because there is somebody who made a decision that, based on looking at me, they made a decision that I qualify to be on their platform, even though the conversations that we're going to have are not necessarily the same conversations, because the world is a large place, right? When I come to Reallyfe Street Stars, we talk about everything. We don't just talk about nigga shit.
Right.
We talk about everything. I can function on any platform, right? So do I look at it like it's a goal? Yeah, I do. I look at it like I'm happy that somebody recognized the fact that I qualified to be on a platform, and my conversation is expansive enough to be able to talk about multiple different things. That is the true essence of a well-rounded conversationalist. That's the true essence of what we call the influencers. I am an influencer in that way. And all it does is just add to my overall bottom line. To the question is, will I not come on Reallyfe Street Stars because I was on Sean Mike Kelly? Never. Because this is where I come from. And Reallyfe Street Stars is not a platform that just talks about nigga shit. Reallyfe Street Stars is one of the most expansive, one of the most well-rounded interview platforms that we have. And it's not just in the urban sector. Reallyfe Street Stars is not just urban. Reallyfe Street Stars, it's the atmosphere.
My brother. Man, what does Dawgface got going to 2026, man? What do you got going on, man?
I'm taking over this bitch.
God damn it.
You hear me? I'm spanking shit. You hear me? I'm spanking shit because, listen, there's never a shortage of dumbass shit that niggas do. And I say nigga, it used to be a time when I said nigga, I was talking about black people. But these white people are some niggas too. White people do a lot of nigga shit. Shit that we would traditionally say is black people shit. White people doing nigga shit, right? And so there's so much that needs to be talked about. There's so much that needs to be discussed. And a lot of these young black guys, man, and y'all young black women and black men, they don't have no big homies. They've never had, see, I'm hoping that when people take away from these conversations that we have, these are not interviews, these are conversations.
Yes.
I'm hoping that we touch on something that people can walk away from these conversations that we're having with some information. And I'm not saying I'm a professor or a teacher, but hopefully something I say can spark you in some way to make you want to do better and be better, to make you want to seek additional information about what we're talking about. And so that's my goal. My goal is, you have put me on a pedestal. You have put me on a platform that allows me to send my voice around the motherfucking world. And I have a duty and a responsibility to honor the position I'm in now. And so it's not just about being a shock jock to me. When I'm saying something that appears to be shocking, it's just me being truthful. I'm not purposefully trying to say something to move the needle. When you ask me a question, I'm saying what I truly believe is the case and is the situation. If it sounds raw, it just sounds raw. It just is what it is. I ain't for everybody. Some people don't know how to digest or know how to take me. That's cool. I ain't tripping about it. But at the end of the day, the one thing a nigga ain't never said is I was lying. You ain't getting no bunch of he lying or he lied about nothing.
Right.
You getting that he raw as a motherfucker.
That's hard, bro. For those who want to get a Dawgface, man, how do they get a Dawgface, man? The price going up, man. It's going up quick.
Price
up like motherfucker.
Price up like a motherfucker. Price up like a motherfucker. You want to get at me? Hey, listen. If you want to talk to me, I'm on Reallyfe Street Stars. You need to jump into Reallyfe Jeff DM.
Come on, man.
Reallyfe Jeff DM, and we gonna make it happen. I'm pulling up anywhere. And now, listen, you want to do it online? We do it online. When you pull up, I'll pull up in LA. I'll pull up in New York. I'll pull up in Houston. I'll pull up wherever I drop that bag, and I'm pulling up in that motherfucker.
Is it throw that that you can make a living just from talking now? Is that a throw to you?
It's nothing new.
Yeah.
It's nothing new.
YouTube is kind of new. Like the way that you can make it through YouTube. With the independent black creators, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so when it comes to just like, in the influencer game, which is what we call it, right?
Yeah,
you have YouTubers, you have podcasters, right? And they have YouTube, and you have influencers. The influencers are the highest level of the YouTube streets because they get paid for their perspective about whatever going on in the world, right? That's the highest level. So you have the Smack Waters, you have the Charleston Whites, you have the Rain Waters, you have the motherfucking Hernandez Govins now. You have the Lil Woodies, you have the what's the nigga name? Baton Rouge nigga Lil Boosies, right? You have the Jaguar Wrights. There's not many people who qualify to do this. People think this is easy. But it's not easy. It's not easy to sit in front of 5, 6 different cameras with lights all over the place and be able to tell the truth and be able to talk and articulate yourself in such a way where it's interesting to people, right? And you being your authentic self. It's not easy. People think it's easy. It's not easy. If it was easy, it'd be 45,000 niggas doing what we doing right now. Rapping is easy. This shit right here ain't easy. It's not easy and it's dangerous. Doing what I'm doing right now, doing what Charleston White is doing what Smackwater is doing, that shit is more dangerous. They say rap is the most dangerous occupation. Not no more. The most dangerous occupation in black entertainment is being an influencer, being a person who's gonna tell the truth about what the fuck these bitch ass niggas doing. You know why? Because these bitch ass niggas don't want to be uncovered. They don't want a nigga to pull their motherfucking skirt up and see they got panties on up under that motherfucker. They don't want a nigga to see that. They want to hide the shit. Look how long Atlanta hid the fact that what was going on down there.
Yeah.
They don't want to be Junior right now, mad as a motherfucker. Because niggas are judging him. You don't even know me. You judging me. Bro, you made yourself a public figure. You put yourself out there. So the natural consequence of what happens is that you made yourself a public figure. You don't see Jazz them going through these conflicts, do you? Jay Prince got more than one son. You don't see none of his sons or his daughters going through none of this shit. You put yourself on Front Street. You made yourself a part of the entertainment culture. So therefore, just like everybody else, people have a right to judge you and judge your actions because you're a public figure. Simple as that.
Simple as that, man. Hey, you already know, man, when it comes to this internet shit, we are watching Dawgface in real time put up his MVP season. It's early too. Shit, it's only April.
It's only April.
Hey, the people in the chat are asking, man, when the next time you gonna be on Academics?
Shit, yeah, I was just on Academics with that day before yesterday.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers tried to blackball me. I ain't even gonna say no names. Motherfuckers tried to blackball me. I was supposed to be on Academics months ago. Y'all heard what he said. He supposed to been get at me. But you have motherfuckers who don't want to see me. Listen, in the face of real shit, niggas don't want me to grow, but they can't stop me. But niggas trying to put roadblocks in my way. But my brand, my voice, my sound, my attitude, the way I carry myself is undeniable. And with platforms like Reallyfe Street Stars, shout out to my man Mafi from the Mafi channel. Shout out to everybody who helped me because y'all know about me because of my man Big D. Y'all know about me because of the Forum magazine. Y'all know about me because of Kid L. Y'all know about me because of Everybody Has a Voice. So shout out to everybody from Detroit, all the platforms in Detroit who believed in me and thought it was necessary for me to get my voice out there. So I salute to everybody in Detroit. For everybody in Detroit who uses me for content, hey, hater. Y'all sick as a motherfucker about this shit that's going to happen. And this shit here is just the beginning because I'm scheduled to be on everything.
Man, it's lit. It's lit. Hey, I'm watching in the stands like a proud homie, dog. I just be calling you every time I see that shit. You always hit me up. And you already know we got the show, man, on the Street Star channel, Real Life Unfiltered, out now on Apple Music, Spotify.
Oh, I forgot about that whole you trying to take my stats, trying to steal my thunder.
Oh, my bad.
I had my podcast is being broadcasted on Real Life Street Stars. You can go click on Real Life Street Stars, subscribe, click the notification bell, and then you click on the drop down and say Real, go to podcast, and then you're gonna see Real Life Unfiltered.
Yes, sir.
Starring me.
Yep.
Broadcasted on the channel. They got there 2 million motherfuckers.
Yes, sir.
It is what it is, man. So that's popping. Shout out to Mafia. Like I said, the Mafia channel. I got the show coming on Mafia after we already start the film.
Yeah.
That motherfucker called Hostile Environment. Hostile Environment was a presidential style campaign, a presidential style setting. You have 2 men at the podium. One of the men, or women. One of the men is I am the man, and then across from me at another podium is either a man or woman who has some motion on the YouTube streets, and we going back and forth like a presidential style debate, bantering about all things current events. So I just started filming that last month, and we have 8 episodes that we're going to knock out over the course of the next month or so. So shout out to Mafia channel, and shout out to everybody who's been supporting me, all you niggas who thought y'all was going to stop me. Y'all don't understand the power of YouTube. And listen, somebody said, well, Dallas is ground zero for the federal motherfucking podcast. And like, where y'all get that shit from? Well, let me look at the camera. Which camera is on? I'm on right now. Right here?
Yeah, right
here. Right here? Okay, this one right here. Hey, listen. When it comes to No Jumper, when it comes to Vlad, when it comes to Say Cheese, when it comes to Real Life Street Stars, if you're sitting down in front of a camera, nobody can force you to say something that could be incriminating to somebody else. Nobody is forcing these motherfuckers to tell stories that may have some criminality to it, right? Nobody's forcing these niggas to do that shit. When a nigga sit down, don't judge the platform, you judge the human being that's sitting down in front of the camera. That's who you judge. All this shit about the platforms in Dallas are working with the feds and the DEA. The feds don't give a fuck nothing about. Listen, y'all niggas doing the self-incriminating shit y'all motherfucking self on y'all Instagram pages. They don't need no motherfucking interview platform to get no motherfucking tea on what you niggas doing. If the feds want to know what y'all niggas doing, y'all tell it on yourselves on y'all Instagram pages. Go figure.
God damn, man. And you already know, man. Dawgface, man. Is there anything else that you got going that you want to broadcast before?
Comedy shows coming up.
Okay.
My new book coming out next month called A Little Black Book.
Yep.
It's coming out next month. My current book, Add, Subtract, Multiply, and Divide, is out. It's been out the better part of 10 years. It's available everywhere. Everywhere. Add, Subtract, Multiply, and Divide. My author name is C. Philip Austin. Go pull that motherfucker down. I got a lot of shit going on with Real Life Street Stars. I got some amazing shit going on. Y'all, it's finna roll out. I got the 20V1 balloon pop on Real Life Street Stars coming. You know, I'm gonna pop my shit on that 20V1. Mm-hmm. I don't want number big fat bitches.
Yeah.
I don't want them big fat hoes. Big old Big Berthas. Bring me Big Berthas. You hear me? So looking forward to that, man. I got a lot of shit popping. There's a lot of shit going on, man. A lot of things happening now. I'm happy to be where I am now. All the motherfuckers who try to do everything they possibly can to stop me, you niggas, it's too late, nigga.
Yeah.
It's too late. Y'all let me get off, nigga.
Yeah.
Y'all, and then y'all can do. Y'all got no power or influence in the YouTube streets. Niggas can't stop me. Can't stop me from doing a motherfucking thing. Check already cleared, bitch. I'm bankable. I'm billable. My shit go through the roof.
Come on now. Man, and you already know, man, this is the best part, man. We got Dawgface in the business, but you all on Real Life Street Stars. Real Life Street Stars.